He's still touching the people.
It's just the delivery.
Yeah, his delivery is off, but I still love his delivery because nobody talk like that. Everybody want to be nice. Everybody want
diplomatic,
to be politically correct.
Yeah.
They want to still shake hands. They still want to get their check under the table. Fuck that.
Fuck that.
Fuck that.
Fuck that and fuck you. No.
And Joe Budden better fucking respond to Eminem.
Uh-oh.
Hip hop.
Uh-oh.
Well,
Call to action.
Give me a back drop on the whole Joe Budden, because I'm confused. I'm really confused. I figured Joe Budden, he rocked with Eminem because
he does. Eminem's side.
Yeah. So why do they?
Joe Budden wasn't feeling his last album. He had,
But nobody felt that out.
exactly.
It was a popular song.
Rage
Yes,
Machine.
he had the show with Academics.
Okay.
Where it was two guys basically giving their real opinion on hip hop.
Right.
He gave what I felt was a justified criticism
Absolutely.
of that song and that album, and Eminem was like, you're my artist, you're signed to me. I would have used my platform to diss you. Why are you using your platform to diss me?
Yeah, salty.
So now that he gave him a tap on his new album.
Salty much?
But Joe Budden is saying this is kind of where like he loses me a little bit, where he says, I'm retired. I don't rap anymore.
Yeah.
I'm
Joe
not
Budden said that?
Yeah, but it is bullshit.
So
Yeah.
I don't know if I can. I mean, he should respond. He should
An
respond.
MC never retires. They
Yeah.
never quit. In the shower, you thinking of verses.
You hear this, Bobby? You hear this, Bobby? Because Bobby's still young. He don't. I mean, I don't think he needs to hear this.
People get disillusioned by the business. All type of shit happens, but you never stop being an MC.
Mhm.
Whatever you do, you never stop being that. You might stop doing it.
That means you writing. That means you're writing every
He
day.
found a new avenue for himself. But in the back of his mind, he's like, yo, I want to fuck Eminem up. Bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's like
Yeah.
he went on a whole diatribe on his podcast.
Yeah.
Like I'm better than you. I've been better than you.
He said all
So,
that?
by the way.
And it's like
That's that
I love
powder.
it. I love
That's
people
that
talking
powder.
shit to Eminem because some of my favorites of all time just suck him off and never once say, I'll fuck him up.
Yeah.
That's what I want
Thank
my
you.
fucking
Thank
MC
you.
to say.
Yeah.
I'll fuck that nigga up, man. What you
Thank
talking
you.
about? Crown what? King what? Throne what? Throwing rocks, B. What's up?
I hear you.
Let's go verse for verse.
I agree with that. Totally. I'm all about that.
Give
Yeah,
Eminem
what?
his credit where he deserves
Yes.
his credit, but
This will
to
make
put
him
him
better.
above you is bananas to me personally.
Because you might get an insane verse from the kid. You might.
Yeah, I'm
You
sure he
just
does. I'm sure he has it from the cock already.
And in a diss, which has been said all week long, what's the hot Eminem diss song that niggas are scared of?
Does he have? I mean, but nobody ever really came at him.
Yo, you did Britney Spears pretty hard, B.
Mariah, this song to him was fucking funny as shit to me. I thought she got him.
She came off.
people always mention the Ja Rule line too.
The Ja Rule was
Aye.
at that, but a line. But I can't even remember what that line is.
Yeah.
It was disrespectful.
No Vaseline, I can sing verse for verse.
Ice
Yeah, you're right.
You're right.
The bitching you, all that. Yeah,
There's a
man.
lot of diss records that are staples in hip hop.
Break of Dawn.
Eminem don't have none of that
You're
because he ain't had it with
What's the
nobody
greatest? What's the
official.
greatest diss record of all
The
time?
bridge is over. Fuck
Yeah,
that.
Bridges, yeah. Wow.
Bridges over.
Nice
I got
one.
you.
Nice one.
Ether.
Oh,
I got ether.
no,
Yeah,
son.
Yikes.
I got ether.
I feel you, but nah.
Yikes.
When you hear that,
Yeah, bridge is over. You're right.
it's a rap.
I'm just saying, man. He just touched on. He came at Jay at a time where everybody thought Jay was like number one, and Jay
But he
couldn't
didn't
be
really-
touched,
he didn't
and
really
Jay couldn't be
diss him.
touched. And see, the reason why I got that there only because, yeah, Keras One came at Shan.
He
But-
came at the whole
but it's-
fucking
but it's-
borough. He dissed the whole borough.
He didn't diss G-Rap. He didn't diss Kane.
He dissed Queens,
Shan.
though, my nigga. It's
He
over.
dissed
The
Shan.
bridge is over.
He didn't diss G-Rap.
He just
He
G-Rap.
dissed
They
G-Rap.
all caught an L with that.
Yeah.
But none of them ever responded.
How could you? How could you?
I'm just saying.
That's the ultimate diss when nobody want no smoke with that.
All right. Bobby.
Tim Dog, fuck Compton.
Yo.
Play.
Monumental though.
Yeah.
Went at the whole coast.
How'd you even hook up with Static Select? Because I mean, I saw him DJ once on a boat, and I was very, very impressed with him. And then then I saw this a couple of his albums. I'm like, yo, Static is a dope hip hop dude, and I love this dude. So how did you even hook up with Static?
Static has sort of a relationship with my boy Sean, who's my booking manager.
Okay.
Like, it's weird because like they're not like friends, but they're cordial.
Yeah.
And Sean is just one of those guys that's like, I have great like loyal management. Like they'll if they have to walk through hell to get someone to listen to my shit, like they'll do it. So he's just always like, he's always talking me up. You got to listen to my boy Bobby, blah 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 blah. So finally, after just months of like him sending him stuff back and forth, like, yo, he sounds good. We finally got the chance to kind of sit down and me, listen to some beats. And we went in last Monday and did this record, and it's crazy. So, he's, he's one of the new producers that I think is, really holding on to that classic sound. You know what I mean?
Because
because
he's a
DJ
DJ first.
and he comes from that same school. You know, he's like that primo type of school. So he's incredible.
Like, who would you like to work with next?
There's a lot of people I like to work with, man. I mean, obviously, I feel like the top of the mountain for anybody like me is DJ Premier, man. Like, I love to work with DJ Premier.
I love to still hear that.
Yeah, right.
Like
Pete Rock.
Pete Rock, 100%, man. Like,
Poke your head out, Pete. Where you at?
Easy Mo B. Easy Mo B, I'd love to work with.
Oh, yeah,
Like, there was just a large professor.
Oh, yeah.
There were just so many people that were just so, Easy Mo B specifically, because I feel like Easy Mo B is a very overlooked, not overlooked, but like when you talk about the 90s producers that made a serious impact, I mean, to me personally,
Because Bad Boy.
Ready to Die is up there with like the Illmatic.
Biggie, son.
He made Bad. Fucking Craig Mack.
He's come on, man. Like his beats were so incredible, and like I
Is
would
he
love
still
to work with-
producing?
Yeah.
I think he is.
Yeah, he is. Follow his IG. Yeah, he doing that.
I know he DJs still. I didn't know he still produces.
Yeah, he does.
Someone like I would love to work with like a 45 King. I'd love to work with who else, man? There's so many Swiss Beats I love to work with. I'd love to work
That'd be
with
ill. He did.
guys like Danger Mouse. Just anybody that has their own unique sound, man. Like,
What about
they're not
MCs?
MCs, I mean, dude, like I have to go with my top guys, like Method Man.
Oh, wow.
Method Man,
Still spitting heavy.
Black Thought. Obviously, Jay, Nas, Eminem. But really, man, like Method Man might be my top guy.
Yeah.
Like Method Man is someone that still is doing it, and he's still as sharp as ever. Like if you're really listening to this guy, like he never fell off ever,
And
his flow is unbelievable, like unbelievable.
And I get mad, and I hate to get mad at this because you know who my favorite artist is Red.
Right, man.
I mean, Redman is right there,
Shouts to
man.
Red.
And I heard the joint that he put out.
I didn't like it.
With 1990 now.
Yeah,
I didn't
Red,
like
I love to death, but I don't know if I can listen to another Red album anymore. And the fact that Meth, I can still fuck with Meth lyrically, and I can't fuck with Red lyrically anymore. It hurts my soul because, like I said, I had Red on a different level, and I don't know what it is. Like, what happens to MCs
You know
at
what it
some
is?
point?
I think this is an important point that I don't think a lot of people bring up. Is like, even Michael Jordan had a coach.
Right.
You need a good A&R and producer to come in and say, these are the records you should be making, these
Okay.
are the records you should not be making. You know what I mean? Like, so
I like
so
that.
you need, like, it doesn't say anything about his greatness.
Yeah, yeah. It
Or how
doesn't. You're right.
incredible of
You're
an
right.
MC he is. Like, you need someone to, like, a lot of times artists don't know what's best for them.
They don't.
You know what I mean? Like, sometimes you need a producer that can come in and say, look, this is where you excel, this is where you don't.
Yeah.
These are the type of records you need to be making. You know, and I think behind every great album is a great producer. It's like Michael Jackson didn't make Thriller without Quincy Jones.
You're right, definitely.
You know, so you need, the minute an artist throws all that to the wayside and says, I'm doing it myself, and refuses to listen to any outside opinions and only wants yes men, that's where the music starts to fail, man, because you need people that are going to push back and say, like, no, you know, you should do this, you should do that, you know. And I don't mean it in the sense of, like, Redman needs to make a trap record or make something that's trying to appeal to the young 16-year-old kid that doesn't care.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody 30 and up that's rapping should try to appeal to a 15, 16-year-old kid. Right? You should. There's a whole demographic of hip hop fans that are just completely ignored. You know what I mean? That's why you see a lot of people that are 30, 40 plus that are like, yeah, I'm a hip hop head, but I don't listen to this stuff. So they've kind of, you know, they like the era that they grew up in, and then they kind of left it.
Yeah, right.
Which I think is whack, because I think there's a lane to actually appeal to those people. You know what I mean?
Jay did that with 444.
That's what I'm saying. Like, Jay will come around and make a real album.
Yeah.
You know, Nas will come around and make a real album. But again, man, like, making a great album isn't just the artist going in the studio and writing to beats, man. It's them working with the producer. It's the producer producing them. Right. You know, people get it twisted. Like, what does a producer actually do? A producer doesn't just make the beats. The producer's like the film director.
Applies the vision.
You know,
helps the vision.
You
out.
need to approach this beat like this.
Okay.
You know, and I think that, you know, it's such a dick riding, this guy had his moment in the sun type of culture. It's like, you know, we need to champion guys like Redman, guys like Method Man, and get them in the studio with the right people that understand, like, this is the type of music they need to be making. And then they're still like, Method Man is still capable of making an incredible album. Like we said before, LL Cool J. You know what I mean?
LL could drop a banger.
That's what he was just talking about.
Exactly.
He was saying
He
the
can
same
do
thing.
it.
You know, so like, and you know, as hip hop needs to respect these people, man. Like, these people put in work. These are the guys that influence people. These are the guys, like, this the reason I'm rapping is because I listen to these guys. You know, so I say this as a fan. I don't say it as in any type of disrespectful way. These guys are my heroes.
Yeah.
But it's, you know, it's real, man. Like, there needs to be love and appreciation for those guys that put it down. You know, like, we shouldn't throw a Redman project to the wayside because it's, you know, we care about Lil Pump and Lil Yachty. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like there's a lane for those guys.
There is. There definitely is.
You know, is he going to sell 1 million records today? Maybe not. But there's still a core audience to put those types of guys out. You know what I mean? That's the thing that bothers me, man. I don't like how how hip hop disregards and discards its legendary artists.
That's why, that's why recently when I saw 50 talking about Busta, at some point I was like, damn, what gives this man the right to talk about certain legends? But just 50 was just 50. Yeah, I was going to say 50 just being 50.
I feel like they were playing the dozens. Like,
okay, all right.
Like, I don't think it was really personal, because
All right.
if it got personal, like, I feel like 50's the type of guy that would just go right there. Like, if it was personal,
He even said they
I don't
cool.
know.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, all right.
Busta bust ass on stage, though.
He's
I
one
don't
of the
care
greatest of all time.
how
Oh, yeah,
big
definitely.
dude
So
get pulled.
entertainers, Busta right there with the best.
Hell yeah.
James Brown status as far
Sheesh.
as hip hop is concerned, he's like one of the James Browns of this shit as far as performing. And like you said, the energy and everything like that, you know?
Facts only. Facts
But
only.
I really want to hear this Static
Yeah,
like
go
the
on.
joints.
Yeah.
I love Static because he works with people that really fucking spit.
Yeah, like Primo.
Like he'll see you and be like, "Yeah, you need one of these beats."
Yeah.
Facts.
So we're gonna get into this and we're gonna come back and fuck with Bobby J a little bit more before we get up out of here. This is The Block, bboxradio.com, and fuck with us. I'll be right back. Peace. I wanna hear this shit. I do. I mean, shit. Let me breathe.
This joint make you want to spit right here.
Yeah.
Instrumental, right?
Get your little 16 off real quick.
Hi, kid. You like Primus? You want to see my skills go to your islands?
I got a verse for that.
This is cracking the flesh. I spit that blue magic, yeah, I package it fresh. I'm not impressed, overrated rap. The flow is so erratic, like it's manic depressed. Yo, select, give my vocals some dramatic effect. While I eulogize this beat, so tragic it's death. Head back from whence that you came. Cause once I'm in my pocket like lint and loose change, I kick like Luke Kane. They still won't diminish him. Hit him with that fatal blow. Screen flash, finish him. This ain't a game, boys. This my age of innocence. I've been having 16 spit, no Sega Genesis. Evade the premises, evacuate the area. Barrier the fences, want some war, the more the merrier. A pistol, you a derringer. A pit bull, you a terrier. I spit it, cause hysteria, then spread it like malaria.
Bring it back, DJ!
This is cracking the flesh. I spit that blue magic, yeah, I package it fresh. I'm not
Bobby J,
impressed,
Joe
overrated
J,
rappers average at best. The flow is so erratic, like it's manic depressed. Yo, status select, give my vocals some dramatic effect. While I eulogize this beat, so tragic it's death. Head back from whence that you came. Cause once I'm in my pocket like lint and loose change, I kick like Luke Kane. They still won't diminish him. Hit him with that fatal blow. Screen flash, finish him. This ain't a game, boys. This my age of innocence. I've been having 16 spit, no Sega Genesis. Evade the premises, evacuate the area. Barrier the fences, want some war, the more the merrier. A pistol, you a derringer. A pit bull, you a terrier. I spit it, cause hysteria, then spread it like malaria.
Oh, man, you cut it up.
That second verse, so I didn't hear it.
That's the AZ sample right there, AZ cut.
Man, this white boy sick. Hottest cracker on the street since white boy Rick. All I hear is white boy that and white boy this. Best things is white bread. Get off this white boy's dick. Never sniff hard white, but I smoke white widow. White rappers come at me, naked white for white widow. In the stretch white limo, drinking white Russians with the dingy blonde, dumb as dirt, busty white bimbo. I just wanna be the white black thought, all the white knives, all the haters, white noise. Cause it's
Yeah,
white
son.
lies. Still I'm furious, like the 5 guys who make white lines. Should have these cats don't even write rhymes. I rep the boardwalk, I'm the white chalky white. I'll be Jesse Pinkman, static, you be Walter White. So put the money in the white bag for your under white sheets with the white tag. Wave the white flag.
Yeah. That was some shit right there. Want the white shit? Talk more. White.
Green doggy.
That was a little gymnastics right there. That was a little gymnastics. Facts.
A big show DJ could put that in real easy, baby. That's an in and out joint right there. We talking greasy.
All right. This is The Block, bboxradio.com. Every Monday, 8 p.m. to 10 p.m.
We gotta try it.
We got
Hell
Bobby
yeah.
J in the house. Bobby J from Rockaway.
Woo!
Yeah, that's
I call that one Walter White.
Walter White.
Yeah, that was like bad on him, Jake. You making bad, Heisenberg.
I like that. I like that.
Tony Breezy on that one, man.
Yeah, man.
I like that.
I needed one of those, you know. I needed that type of song, you know.
The second verse scheme was well done.
Thank you.
Exceptionally done.
Thank you.
As Gordon Ramsay would say.
Damn, man. You got
Static
some-
gave you a nice one right
That's what I'm saying. And
He
on
did,
top of that,
man.
Kwame gave him on them. He was like 95% of the album is Kwame.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, damn, man.
Yeah.
Ain't no reason why this shit shouldn't blow, man. But I mean, what's the definition of blow now with the internet and everything? I mean, because is it sales or is it downloads? Is it? I mean, how do you guys even feel about? I mean, is there money really in hip hop as far as putting music
There's
out?
money in hip-hop.
I mean, well, the shows you get booked for shows. I mean, as far as
The
people.
revenue streams for hip hop are all over the place.
Yeah, but are the artists keeping it?
That's
That's the thing,
That's
yeah.
that's the artist.
It depends on what kind of deals you're signing
Yeah.
out here. If you're
What do you-
signing 360s, then the labels are going to eat off everything you do. But you have a lot of artists now
That do what?
are eating like athletes with endorsements.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you sign a 360, now you just put that money in the pocket of the label instead of your own pocket.
So what's your plan, Bobby? I mean, did you even sit down and figure this whole thing out? Yeah, I mean, I know it's a lot, man. I mean, being an MC alone is just a lot. I mean, just now you gotta think of the whole business aspect
Look,
of it.
man, I just look at it like it's a marathon, not a race.
Yes.
You know, there was definitely, like I said, I've had music out since 2007.
Yeah.
There was definitely a period where I wasn't putting music out at all. I probably took like a 4 to 5 year hiatus, like just not putting anything out. And that's, you know, I could go through the reasons why. It all sound like excuses. You know, I kind of just got completely fed up with, you know, the way the industry worked. Why doesn't this gatekeeper mess with my music? You know, why doesn't this person post my music? I think now we're in a place where I could put music out directly to the people. And I don't have to worry about anybody giving me the green light or anything like that. So, you know, I have a direct line to people that, you know, if they like it, they like it. If they don't, that's fine, you know. So I'm just trying to build my own audience and go from there. I mean, you know, obviously something miraculous could happen, something could blow up. But to me, I look at it like it's a marathon, not a sprint, man. The only thing that will count you out is if you give up. And I definitely did that for a little while, and it's my biggest regret. The biggest regret I ever have was, you know, I was 22, 23. I was putting everything into music.
Yeah.
It wasn't going in the way I thought it was going to go. And I got frustrated, and I stopped because I was like, you know, just these people, why doesn't this guy fuck with my music? Why doesn't this guy fuck with my music? And it was the wrong state of mind and the wrong attitude to have. I think the best way to do it is just do it because you love it. You know, be happy with the audience that you have and just build on what you've already built and just keep going, you know. And I just like making music, man. If you're not doing it, if you're not motivated by your genuine love for the music, then you shouldn't even be doing it anyway. You know what I mean? So, like I said, this is something that takes years to build. You know, it's almost like I'm at the base of Mount Everest and I just started climbing. You know, there's always the possibility that a chairlift will come and take me to the top.
Right.
You know, you just have to keep chipping away and keep moving. You know, the music industry.
Have you
doesn't-
felt that you recreated yourself at any point?
I think
Sounds like
I just got more comfortable with who I am. I think the hardest thing for a lot of artists is to just discover who they are, like who they want to be when they make music. Like, how do you translate who you are onto a song?
That's not easy.
And I think when I was younger, I ran away from a lot of things that made me unique. You know, because like we were just talking about before, like Rockaway is an atypical place.
Yeah.
Like, I grew up in a place where everything that hip hop deems uncool is where I grew up. Like I said, you know, most people grow up, they're cops, they're firemen, girls are teachers, they're nurses. People weren't rapping where I grew up. There was no hub of like music. There was no music scene. And I think the minute I stopped caring about that and was like, look, I'm going to give people me. regardless if they like it.
Yeah.
Like fuck it, like I'm just gonna be myself. And like you could even see like with the hometown video, like look, man, if Hip Hop Champions keeping it real, this is as real as I
Yeah.
could possibly keep it, right? I think once you
Shouldn't
stop,
be any other way.
I think once you stop caring about what everyone's gonna say is when people start caring about what you're doing. You know what I mean? So that was a big, that was a big lesson. Like it took me a long time to just make that 360 and realize the person I wanted to be was.
yeah, you were young.
Yeah,
so,
it's
you're
like-
growing now.
You have a lot of people in your ear, like, you need to make a record like this. You need to make a song like this. This is what's working. This is
Yeah.
what's working. And your brain gets clouded with, like, all right, well, I don't really know which direction to move in. Now it's more like, whatever, man.
Yeah.
Like, either you like it or you don't.
And I love that. And I think that's the mentality you have to have. I mean, you're either gonna have fans that fuck with you,
Yeah.
or you got people who just don't fuck with you. It's okay.
Well, when you think about it, like, the biggest artists are polarizing, man. Like, the biggest artists are somebody that you either love or you can't stand them.
Yeah.
And like I said, the worst thing you could be is just okay, man. Like, I'd rather have someone either love me or hate my guts.
Yeah.
I don't want the dude to be like, I don't want anyone to be like, yeah, he's
Yeah.
pretty good. He's all right. You know what I mean? He's good.
Yeah, very nonchalant about
Yeah, like, cause then it's like you're not moving anybody
Yeah.
in any direction.
Right.
You know.
You got any shows coming up anywhere like?
We're working on it right now. I just did a big show in Rockaway on September 2nd. That was Labor Day weekend.
Dope.
Where that was at the spot Epstein. Shout out to Epstein's. They're a big supporter of mine. They're a local venue. I mean, we got some things in the works, man. We're just kind of waiting for the ink to dry before we.
I don't. My thing is, that thing that always bugs me out is, I mean, guys come up on the show all the time, and they have dope ass music, and I don't understand, like, when people go to approach these venues or these promoters, like, once you hear this song, why wouldn't you want to have these people at your venue?
Why you want to fuck with
This shit is dope, and I'm gonna have like a little follow. I mean, at the end of the day, what is it really all about when people are
Not
not
selling
being booked?
tickets.
Okay.
Yeah, I think people are afraid now to create the culture. Like, we created this culture,
Yeah.
B-Box, The Block.
Yeah.
We invite what we feel
Yeah.
Yeah.
fits that criteria.
Yes.
They're going to fill the place with people that fit the criteria of what they want to do. That's selling the tickets, like you just said.
Yeah.
That's
Like,
getting
like a
women
venue just
selling
just
liquor.
cares if they can bring people indoors and they're gonna sell food, they're gonna sell drinks. That's why I've been doing a lot of stuff locally. You know what I mean? I've been moving forward. I wanna click up with the people that are from Rockaway and Far Rockaway and have us do our own shows, man.
Dope.
Because I'm just a big believer of, like, everything starts at home. You have to have a groundswell behind what you're doing, as opposed to going out and trying to get, these booking agents to book me at these venues, because they're going to ask you, how many tickets can you sell? How many? Blah,
They
blah, blah.
ask you that?
I mean, they want to know. They just want to know the bottom line. How many people are going to come in and see you?
Are there other rappers out in Far Rock that you fuck with or that you know of?
Yeah. Like, like I said, there's a lot of people that have been brought to my attention, like, within the past year.
Yeah.
And it's just like, again, it's just this resurgence of interest in Rockaway that's kind of like made me even aware of them, because I never knew about them. I mean, there's this kid, Louis the Prophet.
They're younger than you?
They're around my age.
Okay.
But everyone's been
doing it
active
for
for like a little while, So, we've all kind of been like, whoa, how long you been doing it for? It's weird that, we all clicked up like at this particular time. But this kid Louis the Prophet, this kid Elijah the 13th, is called Banger. Eli Groves, my boy Matt Patterson, who's a singer. Like, we're all kind of like at the same level trying to do the same thing. So I always kind of approach it like, let's all just get together and promote our own shows, because that's the only way. If we can make some noise out here, then we can start to branch out.
And that's so
it's
dope,
a
man.
movement as opposed to one artist. So.
Yeah, I'm telling you, if we see that, we're gonna say, what are we missing out on?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
What are we missing? Because I remember, like, I'll relate that to watching Bobby video. And I'm like, yo, the nigga whole block rocking with him. Like,
Talk about Schmurda.
yeah, they out here getting it. I'm like, what's up with this kid?
That's right.
Now, it was just that one song, but look what that one song
Yeah,
created.
the ASAP movement started like
Same
that
thing.
too.
Yeah,
Right?
But
you're right.
the visual,
Yeah.
that's why I'm glad you made a video for the
Yeah,
Funk
there's-
Rock joint.
I mean, there's always strength in numbers, right?
Yeah.
You know, a team is better than one person, and it just like lets people know. Look, it's not just this one kid doing his own thing. So, we're actually working on the hometown remix now. So I'm trying to get all like the local Far Rock.
Oh,
guys.
that'd be hot right
People
there.
respect
yeah.
the movement.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
sir. Yes, sir.
And people respect the fact, like I said, I mean, the fact that you're even thinking on that level.
What's up, Payday?
That shit is just mind blowing and so dope for the whole culture that you don't think like a person young, but like you said, you've been doing this for a while, and I think people need to respect and understand that I'm not just some dude who just came out of nowhere just trying to eat off this. I've been putting my work in. I love what I do. I love the culture. I love this whole movement. So
Yeah, I was listening on my way over, and what I love that you said was you heard this and then you went back. And that's what I always tell people when they say, I don't know about that. I'm like, how could you hear this and not go back to find out
the essence.
where it came from or
right.
the origin of this? It don't make sense to me. So that was dope when he
I
said
think hip hop is just like there's so much music I discovered from listening to rap music.
Yeah,
It's
that's
like,
what I'm saying.
You know,
Exactly.
when you
Yes,
really
sir.
when you
Yes, sir.
really like when you were a kid, like everyone, back when people still sold albums, like everyone remembers that experience of like going through the liner notes.
Yeah.
Who produced this?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
What was this sample?
Sample,
So
oh,
like
man.
there was just and all the ill producers, like they put me on to like new wave, funk, soul, classic rock. Like there's so much.
wave,
There's
right.
hip hop is derivative of so much different types of music. You know what I mean? So like I wouldn't have the knowledge of music that I have or the interest in music that I have without hip hop being like ground zero. Like, oh, so and so sampled this. Oh, okay, well now I know about this
And
artist.
that's what is meant when we mean all inclusive. The contributions are that strong where they actually affect and make a ripple effect throughout the culture. That's what it mean. That's what I think the definition of all inclusive is when it comes to hip hop.
Hip-hop. You're right. No, definitely. Man, and I love it. That's why I love being a DJ for that perspective, because you hear certain songs and then it's kind of cheating.
what's good.
It's kind of cheating sometimes, but you go back and you could type in like where the sample came from. It's kind of cheating, but at the same time, it gets me to like, okay, this is where it came from. Oh, let me fuck with this dude for a while. I'm like, oh shit.
Opens up a whole new
You know
catalog
what
of
I'm saying?
experiences,
It
man.
really, really
It's dope.
does. Whether it's not, it might not even be soul. It might not even be jazz. It could be rock. It could be
Right.
some alternative shit. I'm like, wow. And if you're fucking with it, and if you dig it, and if it's fucking groovy, that's all that really matters,
Man,
man.
knowledge is still a component of hip hop. So
Yes.
don't ever think you're cheating because you're getting.
Some knowledge, yeah.
Don't ever think that, please.
Yeah.
Because once you get the knowledge, you get to share it with us.
Yeah.
Now we got it, and we get to pass it on.
You're right.
So don't ever think you're cheating.
Dope. What's some of the best advice you've gotten so far from the people you've been around?
Yeah, because I know you probably fuck with a lot of different people. You fucking Kwame, you fucking
mean-
Shaq.
You gotta give up the whole joint,
Yeah, I mean,
Pause.
Look, I mean, my team's been relatively small. I gotta give it to Kwame just because he's someone that's like he's not a bandwagon guy. He's believed in me my whole career. From when I was real young. I think the best thing he ever told me that it took me a long time to actually put it into practice was just the music industry doesn't quit you. You quit the music industry. And it's just like
What does he mean by that? Like, break that
well,
down.
if you just look at his career, right? I mean,
Yes.
he could have been out for the count.
Yes, definitely.
And there was a time where he was completely cold,
Shout out to
and he
B.I.G.
just never stopped. He was able to transition from being an artist to being a producer.
But like you said, he was always both. At the end of the day,
He was always both.
Yeah.
I mean,
But not only no one knew him.
a lot of people don't realize that he produced his
Yes.
first his first, all of his albums,
Yes.
really. But a lot of people think Herbie Lovebug did because he was signed to Herbie
Now
Lovebug.
he's the nephew of Max Roach, I believe, or something like that.
I'm not sure.
Some
I'm not
jazz
sure.
great that he's a family member. I remember. I think it was Max Roach.
I started fucking with Kwame.
I remember,
because I
yeah.
was like, yo, he's doing these beats. He's
Yeah.
producing himself. I thought that was crazy. When that
At a time in hip hop,
the rhythm,
The rhythm was crazy.
Yes.
yo.
And
Shouts
at
to
that time in hip hop, there wasn't hip hop rappers producing at the same time like that. Maybe
well,
Large
EPMD,
Pro and Large Pro and
Large Pro.
You know
Yeah,
what I'm
that's
saying?
what I'm saying. Like, I was.
But he had a different sound. Kwame had a totally different
He
sound.
was polished. He was polished.
You know what I'm saying? And it was
That's what I'm saying. I
It wasn't
looked at
hip-
him as
hip-hop.
like the
There's a
prince
lot of things.
hip-hop.
There's a lot of things about Kwame that he doesn't get credit for, right? So his first album came out when he was 16, right?
He
Yeah,
was 16?
That's right. That's
16.
right.
But
So-
only you
so
and
he
only
was-
you came out?
The rhythm was he was 16.
Yeah.
So he was a kid rapper before, there was really kid rappers, but he wasn't looked at like that. He was a rapper producer
Yeah.
before that was really in fashion. He was a fashion icon
Yes.
before
Yes.
the
Yes.
likes of like Pharrell.
Yes, I dabbled in
Right.
polka dots once in the blue.
So he was,
Even the haircut.
exactly
The
like
haircut
how,
alone.
like however you
Facts.
feel about it, right? Like however the old heads feel about people with dyed hair or whatever. He was the first
Yes,
guy
no,
doing that.
no.
So there was a lot of things that he wasn't afraid to do,
Yes.
and he was a trailblazer at a time where it was just like, he understood the visual element, he understood it on multiple levels
he
at a
took-
really young age. So
He took that chance and he took, and he walked that bridge. And the thing that made me respect him so much was not only the fact that the music was dope, but like you said, the fashion and the shit that he went to the left that nobody was really fucking with, and nobody really questioned who he was as a person.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
every now and then
Carried
you
it well.
might be like, you know what,
Classic.
I don't know if I'm gonna fuck with that dude. He might be a little fruity or he
Yeah,
might be
yeah.
on that level, but with him, you didn't get that from him.
Yeah,
You just
yeah.
felt like he was just a person just
Yeah.
trying to do his own thing and start his own
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 flow.
him.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I really respect him for that so much. And I'm like, damn.
That's why I related him to Prince because
Yeah,
had his
yeah,
band,
yeah.
he had his crew.
I mean, Prince
But-
is his all-time favorite.
Oh,
And I
Yeah,
see
I
that
can see
from
that,
what he
yeah.
did. And yo, Kwame has this song that I heard one time on a mix show. I recorded it. I can't find a tape nowhere. It's a story of him spitting this story like Slick Rick-esque.
Yeah.
Yo, B, if I could find this, I'd be the happiest.
It's not on that. It's on none of his
It
albums.
wasn't on any album.
Oh shoot!
I don't know where this shit came from. I caught it on a humbug. Yo, if I could get this shit, it'd be incredible. for
Yo,
my
send
life.
us a treat, somebody.
But I don't know
And
the
then,
name of it.
Homie had Tat Money as his DJ, so he didn't. He knew what was going on.
Shout out to Tat Money.
Yeah,
Tat Money's my
DJ
boy,
Tat
man.
Money from Philly, man.
Oh,
Just
okay.
one of the nights he won the DJ elimination
Yeah, Tat
battle
Money
before.
was
Yeah,
in it.
He came up under
Crazy.
Cash Money too.
Cash Money.
Yeah?
That's right. That's right.
Tat Money, what's up, man? Love Tat Money.
Yeah, shouts.
Alright, I mean, damn, man. I hate that.
You around a lot of some rich stuff, man.
It's on
Tommy
hip-hop.
Burnett, yeah,
It's
because
on
on hip-hop, I
infinity,
mean-
man.
Shit. And my shit even died on. That nigga, he even, all right, man, just all right, you out, okay. But I mean, I still want to see if you could probably play a couple of joints so you can spit a little bit,
Yeah.
if you don't mind.
Yeah. Just give me that boom bat, that
Ah,
90s shit.
that's
man.
what I'm talking
Okay.
about.
Not nobody
So
ever,
nice to me. That's all I ask.
nobody ever asked for the 90s shit, and that's all I want to play. But
Throwing stir fry.
that's all. Exactly. Alright, so let me see what we can do a little bit, man. Damn.
I'll say this though, MC got to make a beat his own,
Mm-hmm.
no matter what era that beat comes from.
Yep, that's true.
Yeah.
Because because I grew up in an era where the DJs were playing funk records for niggas to rhyme over.
Yeah, ballads.
R&B
R&B
records for niggas
ballads.
to rhyme over. So, me personally, I don't want to hear that, yo, not that one.
Yeah, nigga throwing heartbeat.
Because it was no, not that one. It was, this is what we have.
Yeah.
Good times, my nigga.
I'm the DJ.
Ain't no stopping us now.
You're the rapper.
I'm the star. You're helping me out.
Right.
Spit some.
Tell them where I'm going to be next week. Go.
That's why the vocabulary and the cadences were what they were at that time, because I'm just helping you, my G.
That's true.
I said a 1, 2, 3, the 3, the 2, 4. My name Ray Long, and I'm going to get wrong. Let's go, y'all. Get busy, y'all. At one time, y'all. That's what, you know what I'm saying? And the MCs developed their own thing.
I put it in a post. Maybe you get a mic. You might have had a megaphone.
Oh, really?
You might have had the megaphone.
You carried my crates, good look.
That's right.
You might rhyme tonight.
You might be on this side of the road.
Lincoln Terrace Park, man.
What? Say what? Yeah. Bobby J in the building. He's in the lobby right now. We on the block.
Little artifacts. Turn me up a little bit.
Oh man, yeah. Shouts to Al and Tame, baby.
Turn that beat up a little bit.
PPP.
Yeah. Bobby J. Rock away. Listen. Yeah. I address criticism with witticism. Immune to these naysayers and cynicism. Birth you rappers soon as he spit his jism. Attached by the umbilical, let the scissors snip him. Follow the leader, y'all just listen to bit his vision. Microphone fiend, lean and let the rhythm hit him. Despite all the skepticism and indecision, one thing that you can't say is I'm inconsistent. No pauses, breaks, and intermissions. Intermittent output is insufficient. Think the kid is kidding, but nobody did his bidding. Put my life behind these bars and never did a bit in prison. I tried to tell you, but you didn't listen. Flow frigid like the frigid air that's in this kitchen. Mind blown, your head is like a fidget spinning. So driven, can't stop it once the key's in this ignition. We ain't cut from the same cloth with different linen. I sat in the back of the class, I didn't fit in. I see you grilling with your grimace livid, cause I make this shit look fucking easy, but it isn't, is it? Spit it vivid, you can come and get your fitted, split it if you're feeling froggish. Better leap then, rip it. Never self-deprecating, that don't mean shit. This Elizabeth defecating, this that queen shit.
Go.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
One more time, look. Beatbox radio, look. Yeah. When I'm not out slaughtering flows, I'm at your local watering hole with your daughter in tow. Can't afford me for no features, what you offering though? Know my price is sky high, just like a corker in home. Treat this rap landscape just like my porcelain throne. They keep my bezel crystal blue, just like the shores of Rincon. Won't stop until my house looks like a fortress in Rome. This mic grants eternal life, it's like the sorcerer's stone. Vivid imagery, paint and sell portraits with poems. If you're gorgeous, then I'm filling every office with bone. Leaving rappers in the catacombs of corpses and bones. Your cavalry is simply no match for my forces and drones. Give me Beamers, Benters, Bentleys, and the Porsches and homes. Or seek an angry mob, assemble armed with torches and stones. Put a cork in it, you're finished, stick a fork in his dome. Did he mention Rockaway Beach, New York is his home? Just a young Blade Runner out here stalking his clones. Replicants with your slick records, time to meet Rick Deckard. Cop back and then I porpoise his dome. This 93 Michael Jordan on the court in his zone. It's just a sport to him, speaking in a boisterous tone. I need concealed carry permit cause this cordless is chrome. I shot you.
Oh.
Yeah. See, my mouthpiece speaks for anyone who took that route. Let's travel without these detours. Jewels glisten like the South Beach seashore. If you defy, die. I'm dumping bodies by the South Street seaport. Got that sauce money, give the finger you. If you used to doubt me before, bout these beats can't be beaking any bout. Me and you and night and day ain't talking bout. I'll be sure to keep blowing up like a megaton to C4. It's that Edomite, white devil, son of Esau. Shit, I'm a honky, but I slay you the donkey of the day. Cool, you eat or, but I got a hunch like Igor. What goes up must go down like a seesaw. I'm Jigga meets Jigsaw. Ain't you ever seen Saw? This that crack that them crack fiends beat, but man. Yeah. Listen. Is it true that I'm the greatest and it's not debated? I don't know. Is prison overpopulated? That's like asking me if calculus is complicated. You and I are not related. Get your chain confiscated. It's obvious the weed has probably got you faded, heavily intoxicated, brain discombobulated. Shit, I'm the illest breathing if I'm not the greatest. One died on March 9th, the other one was shot in Vegas. And the mothers, they just not contagious, claiming that they put in work until the boss come and dock their wages. Bitches jock me on a constant basis. Bobby, your jury so gaudy, why you gotta be so ostentatious?
Damn.
Drinking vodka on the rocks, and no, I never order shots with chases. Please don't come around my block, it's dangerous. With the cops are racist, conversations turn to confrontations. Man, get the fuck out of here.
Talk that shit.
That's it. I love it.
Yo,
Hey.
focus.
Hey,
Focus.
Hey.
I put a paycheck on my man, B. Stop playing. Stop playing. Alright. Lace that shit, baby.
You know what I mean? That's how you come in and spit a verse, man.
And every time we love everybody that comes through and bless the mic, bless the mic. We love it, man. Love it, man.
Got me hype.
Got you right.
Got me hype.
I think I want to write it.
Bobby J from Rockaway. Let everybody know all your handles and everything like that, so they can check you out and everybody know where you are. They can catch you at.
Pretty much everything's the same. Instagram at Bobby J from Rockaway, SoundCloud.com/Bobby J from Rockaway, YouTube.com/Bobby J, Spotify Bobby J from Rockaway, Audio Mac Bobby J from Rockaway. So you know, if you search me, you'll find me.
Dope.
Yeah, man, we're glad to have you come through, man. I mean, like I said, just met him on the internet. You didn't have to come through, but we appreciate you coming through, man.
Very
The door is
honorable.
always open,
Appreciate
man.
it.
And if you got anything that you got new, you can always send it to us. I'm going to definitely play it.
No doubt.
Because you left us with 4 fucking bangers, man.
And
Thank
freestyle treats.
you. And freestyle treats there, you know?
I have to, man. I have to. If I'm gonna come on the show, I gotta rap, man.
That was all. You'd be surprised, man. Not everybody can do what you just did, man. I mean, a lot of dudes come up here, they
Focused. Not focused. This guy
So we
is.
love it, man. I mean, and we really appreciate the love, man. Shout out to all the joints that you sent us. Shout out to Kwame. Shout out to Static Select, man. And I mean, I hope everything that you want to happen in your career does happen. I mean,
Yes.
we definitely support on every level. I mean, anything we can do to make anything, you know, we just a little small internet radio show, but I mean.
Hey, man, I'm just a small internet rapper, man. You know, I appreciate it, man.
So I mean, it's all love, man. I mean, you got the love of hip hop in your heart, and that's all that we appreciate. That's
That's
we
right.
relate
Most
to.
definitely.
And like I said, you love it. We love it. We love you for coming through and blessing us and
Man,
coming
it's
through and
nothing,
chilling.
man.
in.
Thank you. I'm not far, man. So thank you for having me. You know, it's a pleasure, man. The pleasure's all mine. You know, I appreciate you guys support me, and like I said when I first came here, you know, you support me, I support you. It's that simple. So thank you.
That's hip hop.
And that's what it is all about, man.
Public, it's your turn. You start supporting too. Stop playing.
Yeah,
I'm
follow
high.
him at Bobby J. No AY at the J. From Rockaway.
Just
Yo.
J, no J.
I just folled him.
All right. So
Walter White shit. I'm still bugging off of
It
that.
can get ugly, man. It can get ugly, yo.
Oh, man.
All right, this is the block, beatboxradio.com every Monday, 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. We in the house with Bobby J, and we had a dope ass experience. Just check us on the Mixcloud,
tune in.
and check us on the IG because this will be posted on we'll be at on
Oh yeah,
IG.
Omega Sun's Light on YouTube as well, man. True Omega Sun, TruOmegaSun 88 on the IG tip, you know.
That's right, and we soon coming to a YouTube live video show near you soon. We're gonna try that out, man. We're gonna talk to Omega and see if he can fuck with us and let us know how we need to.
I'm actually on it now.
All right, dope.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah, follow me on Sofa King What
Oh, the fabulous ass videos.
on IG. I just put up a Nas video.
For the birthday, yeah. Shout out to him.
Yeah.
Happy 50th to Nas.
Not he ain't 50, nigga. 45. That's
Gave him 5 extra.
Yeah, 5 extra. God damn.
You seen him all.
Shout out to Nas airing his shit out on Khalees.
Good.
Man, that's unfortunate.
Oh.
I mean, I know, but
He
needed an
gotta
outlet.
balance the scale. You know what I'm saying? He can't get shitted on like that.
You're right. So that's what it is. Right? But I know, like I said, if you guys didn't, I think it's still this week, the Rock Marciano show with Slick Rick and Jay Electronic. I think
That's gonna be dope.
I think it's this week. So if you guys get a chance, check it out. And you know, and maybe we catch Bobby J show.
Yeah, man. I'll definitely let you guys know, man.
Definitely, man. Let us know, man, so we can promote that shit. And like I said, every time we have cats come up here, I always hope other cats who's always coming up here listens and watches so that they can see who's up here and they want to fuck with you. Like I said, we got a lot of different people from different states, different cities, and they tune in. And I would love for cats to do it. I would love to be a part of someone doing a collabo because they were here on the network. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. So shout out to Bobby J from Rockaway for coming up here, man. It was a pleasure. And hope to see.
Thanks for coming through with joints.
Yeah, man. You came through with
Polished joints, man.
Came through with song.
Right.
real, exactly. Song. And that's what it's really all about, man. You know?
People come through empty-handed. Like,
No. A lot of people come through and they trying to figure it out. Your shit was figured out.
Yeah.
oh, man.
Those are solid.
You had a couple.
Those
like
are
that.
joints
You had
that
a couple like
you
that.
could be like, yo, listen to this shit.
That's what I'm saying. This
Yeah.
is joints that you could play even if you're not even here. I mean, that's part of your joints can be part of the regular rotation type
Appreciate
shit.
that, man.
Yeah,
Yeah, and I ain't shitting on nobody.
Yeah,
but
no,
it's
definitely
levels.
definitely not. There's
It's
different
levels to this
it.
shit.
I think it's just hard work and persistence, man. Like I've been doing this for a long time. You know, it takes a long time.
and
to,
it shows. It shows that you
It takes
did
a long time to really like get good at this shit. I mean, some people it's natural. You know what I mean? But it's I think a lot of that's the problem now is the internet culture has allowed just any and everybody to think, all right, you know, I have a microphone and a computer, and I can make a TuneCore account and put something out on a streaming service, and I'm ready. You know what I mean? Like, there needs to be that buffer. You need to have that friend that says, nah, man, shit is whack. You need to go back and
You're not doing it, B.
So, but I mean, we appreciate that you did put the work in, that you didn't give up on hip hop, and
And shout out to Kwame and Static Select.
for finding
recognizing.
Yeah, man.
Yes, sir.
Especially
Yes,
Kwame,
sir.
like you said, Kwame found you at a time
Yes,
when you were
sir.
still a little raw, but he still stuck with you. That
That speaks volumes.
That's very nice.
Yeah,
Exactly. So
I owe everything to that guy, man, for real. So shout out Kwame.
all right. So
He knows. He knows.
That's right. All right. Well, this is the block, BeatboxRadio.com every Monday, 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Check this out. Check the podcast.
Next
Not the
Monday,
podcast, the upload and everything.
It's gonna be a podcast, man. Fuck it.
Yeah, we ready?
Podcast is the wave. Let's
ready?
make it a podcast.
Let's make it
man.
that,
All
man.
right, so let's do this. All right. Shout out to Reggie OC. And
Reggie.
Yes,
that's
sir.
right,
Yes,
that's
sir.
what catch me on. Shout out to my man Capital P, Dan Don.
P.
All right, we out.
Peace. What happened to peace?
Thank you, bro. When you sent me the songs, I was like, yeah, them joints is
Yeah, man, it's just bang from the jump,
Yeah,
man.
I appreciate it,
For
man.
real,
Thank you.
man.
Thanks for having us, man.
Oh, definitely, man.
Supreme artist right
We
here.
should get a promo.
Thank you.
What you guys want, man?
You gotta take pictures
I
now.
know, and I know
My
a
shit is
couple.
dead.
I know a couple kids that that are from around my way.
Yeah, man. Send them to come through, man. Like I said, we don't shit. As long as they fucking with hip hop, we fuck with them. B. For
Facts.
I definitely have some people that you guys would probably rock with. Yeah, I'll tell them to hit you up.
Woo-wee.
Stop this real fast. Hold on.
I think I could.
Because I mean, just want to do it real fast. Because I mean,